Hello and welcome to Sue Rogers Unedited. I'm Sue Rogers. I want to talk about yoga today. So, in case you guys don't know, I have taught yoga for 20 plus years now. Very easy to fall into when you grow up as a dancer because a lot of yoga is all of the exact same stretches that you do when you're a dancer. All the leg stretches from ballet. Just it literally was a very easy transition and a much more lucrative way to make money than trying to find jobs as a dancer. So, what I love about yoga, so many things. And side note, if you haven't scrolled back through uh, my YouTube channel, so say you're not listening to this on YouTube, go to my YouTube channel and there are tons of yoga videos that are me. Okay. They're about, I would say most of them average about 50 to 60 minutes long. Some of them are a little bit over, but it is a full yoga session, like the initial breathing, the warm up, the main build of the class, the cool down, and relaxation. So they're like full classes. Go check it out. But what I love about yoga is literally it is for everybody. Everybody. Everyone benefits from yoga. A lot of people think, oh, it's just working on like balance and fancy poses and stuff, right? And there is so much more to yoga. Just the breath work alone and learning how to correctly breathe and get the right amount of oxygen into your body. The health benefits of just the breathing alone are phenomenal. I can't even begin to tell you. I've taught for so long. My one favorite thing that I hear from people is that they sleep better because of yoga. Not only do they sleep better, when they find themselves in stressful situations, they do a couple of deep breaths that they've learned how to do in yoga and are able to calm themselves down. So your stress levels decrease simply from learning how to breathe correctly, because most of us breathe shallow from the lungs, and you're not getting a full deep breath down into the belly when you normally just breathe. And you don't even realize that that's what you're doing until you take a yoga class and learn how to breathe properly deep from the belly. So there's that. People are really shocked when they take my classes too that they say, oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to sweat in here. And oh man, I felt my heart rate getting up there for a minute. Because what we're doing also in yoga is you're using your own body weight for resistance. Okay. So you're having to hold yourself up in these positions, holding your own body weight. I remember when I first started learning yoga and when I was getting trained to start teaching yoga, my wrists hurt so bad because I never did anything where I was holding my body weight, on my hands and my wrists. And I'd say maybe for about a week did that happen. And then the strength started to build up. And I haven't experienced that since I very first started doing yoga and teaching yoga. So there's some other cool things too. Like, okay, say you're working out and you're doing like bicep curls. Okay, working out your bicep. Awesome. Well, in yoga, when you're holding things, maybe with the arms bent, where it's activating that bicep, you're also activating all those teeny tiny stabilizing muscles that are holding that joint in place so that the bicep is working. It's so cool. Like there's tons of times too where I've had athletes where I teach come in and take yoga that only are taking it because they have to. They needed that one more class. So they're in yoga, and I've told them, okay, give it about 3 to 4 weeks and see if you are outperforming your fellow teammates out on the field. And every time they're surprised, and I'm not, because I know the power of yoga and how it's really conditioning the body. But it's fun to see when they are. Yoga does so much more balance, flexibility, muscular strength, muscular endurance. There's a lot to yoga. And like I said already, better sleep, lower stress. Physiologically, there's a lot of other things that go on too. Look it up if you're really interested, but yoga is phenomenal for the body, and modifications can be done for anything. So if you have some part in your body that limits any of your mobility, there are ways to modify or do a pose that's different, but still stretching the same things. I'm telling you, I've taught long enough. I've taught until 2 weeks before birthing both of my babies. Okay. Those last couple of weeks of teaching when I was like ginormous and you can't do anything lying on your stomach and you can't do half the stuff, but I modified. You modify, you do what you can. And the labor, delivery, and recovery process was, I'd say, pretty easy because of how much my body had been still, in shape the whole time. The strength, the flexibility, the endurance, it was all there. And it made a major, major difference in my body going through pregnancy and delivery and recovery. So get to it, find some yoga videos that you love. If you are on my YouTube channel, Susan Rogers, I think there's some / other crap next to it too. But if you look for my podcast, Sue Rogers Unedited, it'll come up. But I have about, I'd say, I don't know, maybe close to a dozen workout videos on there. You want some more variety and some variety of some shorter sequence of yoga workouts that I actually personally do myself too. Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. She's phenomenal and she's very similar to my style too. So that's why I would also recommend her stuff. And she has tons of videos and a lot of them are even like short sequences. So you can fit them into your day easier than my really, really long ones. All right, yoga, get to it. It's phenomenal. It will help you in so many ways that you won't even realize until you do it. And like, subscribe, follow. I'm on YouTube, Instagram. My podcast is on YouTube and Anchor and Spotify, but you can also find me and reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, my website, www.balancedaylife.com, where I talk about all kinds of things over there too, including gut health and gut health coaching, but you can email me through my website to reach me as well. And I will get back to you on any questions you might have. Hope you guys are having a great day. And thank you for being my audience and following along. And I will check in with you again soon.